So this is 30 days fasted as of last night. I'm recording in the morning. Um, Still having rough times most of the time in some ways. It's okay. You can brighten your countenance and keep going. But still, the moments that feel rough are pretty intense sometimes. So I have lots of moments that I'm just saying to God, please take pity on me and help me miraculously. It's The further you go into it, the more that the hunger pains I'm getting get to be incredibly it's sort of deep, dark chasm of that's pretty incredible how intense they can get. I am still getting hunger pains, just like I said, not like other fasting I've done sometimes where it disappears and you have some great days where you never feel that because of the fact that I still have the stuff with the sinuses. And I do still have it enough that that's true. But it is lessening some over the last few days, so that's pretty interesting. I don't know what kind of things are happening with that. Hopefully some form of healing, but there's less of it now than there had been before of the stuff in my sinuses. I think it's less. So lots of bad moments, but lots of moments that are okay too. And I am trying and trying and trying to get more water into me, and trying and trying and trying to get where my cells might be better hydrated, because I did think that they were really just not nearly good enough for fasting. They, like I said one time, that's going to be less than normal how much water your cells will hold on to. But I felt like overall it just wasn't good enough the way it was going. And you have to have those things. You have to learn to listen to your body and realize if something's going wrong. And weirdly, the gum thing, I think, helped with drinking water one or two of these days that I've had it for the last 3 days, and I did keep chewing some gum. Crazy as that seems to me, personally, to be chewing gum, I have been chewing some gum. I don't know for how long I'll keep doing it. Obviously, I'm going to run out of gum out of these packs at some point. Don't know if I'll buy more. Don't know how far I'm going to go with the fasting. No promises that can keep going, but I'm going to try to keep going for now. 30 days is better than I've ever done before, I think. I kept trying to remember, and with this terrible memory problem situation I have, who knows? I think the longest I'd ever done in the past was either 28 or 29 days, and now I've done 30. So this morning you could kind of say 30 and a half from having gone overnight. This morning and several different mornings and evenings, sometimes I've put a little bit of salt in the water I've been drinking when I'm at home, not when I'm out. And I have been having that water warm when I'm at home, and that helps me a lot to have it warmer. Excuse me, I do have bad moments of some sort of convulsive seeming things like that might have just looked like, which maybe it was just a hiccup. I don't know what it was. It's never exactly a hiccup, it doesn't seem like, and it's never exactly a cough. It's just some weird thing where everything just seizes up across my gut and feels weird, and it happens kind of a lot now. And then that can lead to the thing I had talked about in previous videos about having some gagging and some dry heaving, but it's getting to where it seems to lead to that less. Although I did have one night since the last time I made a video that was right after I'd made that video that night. I had a pretty bad time for a little bit that evening. And I've been keeping a bowl in my bed with me, thank goodness, for I don't know how many days I'd been doing that, but that night I had to use it and threw up a gut full of bile, which I used to do all the time when I was a kid. There's a thing I've seen on the internet now that I suppose nowadays some people call it cyclical vomiting syndrome. But that's the way I was when I was a kid. I was in and out of the hospital when I was a little kid from like birth to age 6, that my body would start throwing up, and maybe it just started from a stomach bug usually, but it would never quit again once it started, and I'd end up in the hospital with IV fluids for a few days to rehydrate me. And that's, I guess, related maybe to the fact that I said the thing about once my body has a problem and it's getting attention or a trauma, it just seems like it never stops. It just gets worse. It doesn't like to let go of things. So something I desperately would love to get some healing on, obviously. But anyway, I haven't thrown up again since the one time. And I have continued to have bad taste in my mouth at night in the middle of the night. It's not great, but I can live with it, I guess. Overall, I'm just going to keep going. I think I'm doing okay. for now, I don't anticipate stopping today or tomorrow necessarily, but who knows? Like I said, no promises, and maybe I'll stop soon. If I get to where I have sort of an overwhelming feeling that I have to stop, the way it can happen with fasting sometimes, then I will. But in the meantime, then when I feel all this sort of just intense feelings that aren't so great, then I'll pray about it. And that's about it for this morning. God bless y'all.